Yeah, that is the FHM University here with a picture from around about 1.5 years ago. That was in summer 2019. A huge intake of Indian students in my own course, and that is the so-called International Technology Transfer Management course. But I know we are talking today also only about the MBA, General Technology Management, and I will definitely also focus on it. But do not wonder, sometimes I have here some references or examples made on our experiences in my own course. That is the FHM. The FHM is concentrated or findable on 9 different places all over of Germany. As you know, Germany is none of the biggest countries in Europe, but one of the most important economies in Europe. And therefore, the FHM has decided to go to the hotspots, the industrial hotspots all over of Germany. And these are here the campuses, what we have. Berlin, the capital, then in the north, on the Baltic Sea, Rostock and Schwerin. And our headquarters is here in Bielefeld. And then we have also in Cologne on the western part, and also in the south, also in the famous city of Munich. So the Berlin campus, that's interesting, has been established around about 5 years ago in beginning of summer 2016. And now we are here really well established as an international campus, also in this close neighborhood to our other competitors on the market, other private universities, and also on the state universities in the heart, in downtown of Berlin. Here, a short statistic about the increasement of the number of students what we have. Yes, full screen, of course. So what we have run about at nowadays more than 5,100 students immatriculated. Here a short overview about the history. The WUL University is since 20 years on market. An interesting part for all of you, the newcomers, hopefully, that's the structure of our shareholders. The shareholders are here represented by let's say 2 of the most important, famous, and also richest families of Germany. That's the family of Siemens and the family of Siemens Nixdorf, and they have founded a so-called foundation. That's what we have here in the middle. That is a German term, Stiftung Bildung und Handwerk. That means foundation for education and handcraft. And that's the mother, our owner. And here, based on this structure, we have a foundation with more than 200 or 250 millions of euros of cash capital in the background. That gives us here a strong security as a private university. Students and alumni, and now we have also here graduated more than 6,000 students in the last 20 years, step by step. That's a really huge success story. We have run about more than 50 bachelor and master's programs, doctoral programs in cooperation with our British friends. As you know, UK will leave the European Union end of this month. Everything is not really well negotiated, but we have here a well-established separate contract with these British universities, independent from the share or the partnership inside or outside of the European Union. So that goes also very well forward in the future. Then here's some additional comments about the study format. This is a short overview about the study programs. We have human research, health, social science, media, business management here on the left side, on the right side. And here, just on the bottom of this slide, at the Campus International, that's really unique and also interesting. We are creating here our own English-speaking courses for the international market. We have technology transfer management, ITTM, that's my own course. We have here new the MBA, which has been started October this year. And then we have also an international management. This one is in short information. As you see, also you are not alone by studying these courses. We have also a lot of German language courses, also German courses in German languages. And we are also using here the capacities and also the resources from our colleagues to put all these things together for the international students. Structures, statistics here about the background, the back offices. We have more than 100 professors at the moment, counted at the beginning of this month. In the background, on the back office, it's a less number of employees. That's interesting. That's very effectively and efficiently, or efficiency. And yeah, we have here the employees who are running the offices, the service structures and libraries, the students, management offices, applications, accounting management, and so on. And nowadays, more than 300 experts from industries, which we invite permanently as lecturers in our courses. So, yeah, the philosophy, here's some short words. That is the FHM stands in original translation, one-to-one translation. That means university for small and medium-sized companies. Yeah, that is here the philosophy behind, and that stands also for the so-called German Mittelstand. I think it's a well-known term also in India. Maybe if you look into some statistics, it's a little bit interesting how different here are the figures and results. But we can count a minimum of 94, maybe 99. That's not really clear. Yeah, it depends from the statistics or for the parameters. But we can say more than 94% of all companies in Germany are so-called small and medium-sized companies. They are just here representing the backbone of the German industry, of the power, of the strangeness. And here we have decided to set up this university to support exactly this market. And also please do not wonder if you start a successful career after graduating in exactly this industry field. Of course, you have also the opportunity. The FHM is here a door opener for the big industry, the multinational concerns, and I will just give you here the standard names which are well known, also Siemens, BMW, Bosch, Mercedes, also all the brand names you are well familiar with are also options what you can join later after you have graduated. So here also an interesting, from my point of view, an interesting comment, what we have here summarized in this slide. Yeah, we are here small and medium-sized or middle class oriented. That's our target group. We are from the beginning in our courses application oriented. Feel free to ask some graduates, classmates, or friends or relatives what you have in Germany. That's very unique for a university of or specialized for universities of applied sciences. Also from the beginning, yeah, we are getting here in contact with examples from industry by inviting external experts or by integrating practical and application-oriented examples in as content in the courses. We are from the beginning content-oriented. Yeah, it is not only theory. Yeah, it's a specific content which helps you to survive for the next 10, 15 years in these special market sections. We are also research-oriented. Myself and a colleague of mine, we are working here in different research projects on the European level. on an early stage, yeah, and now we are trying here also to implement the results in the ongoing lectures. Yeah, we are regionally embedded, 9 different venues, what you have seen on the slide before, but we are also international oriented, and the only one, the well-established campus is here Berlin, based also on the fact that Berlin is the capital and a strong hub in an international market. Yeah, we are private, officially recognized. And at the end, I want to underline this one also with a small distance in the slides here, in these bullet points. We pay attention to quality. Yeah, in all things what we teach to you, and also we pay attention to the things we are receiving from the student side. And here, that is, yeah, let me say, the measurement level, quality, quality, quality. That's what you expect if you buy some German products or services. And that's also exactly what we want to teach you, and you want, and you will also this learn, study, and practice from the beginning. Yeah, we promote thinking and acting as an entrepreneur. We want to support you also to start maybe your own business elsewhere in Germany or other points. Yeah, we put all our engagement into and support for your own holistic development and your personality, and all these other things. Yeah, that's also management language or management speech. But I think you can understand here also with my small or short words what is here the philosophy behind. An interesting aspect is, and that's I think also a unique selling point for the FHM University itself, we have, yeah, more or less small groups. Also small groups, and a good number is 15 students. Maximum is approximately 25. We have some exceptions based on several reasons, but more or less we have 20-25 students in the groups. That helps us as teachers, professors, experts to go more and more individually, to answer here the requests or to fulfill the needs from the students. And yeah, that's also an, let's say, familiar, yeah, family atmosphere during the whole study courses from the beginning until the graduation ceremony. Yeah, so then we have also monthly meetings with the study group speakers, with the direct professors, and you can believe me that all the professors are nearly available, yeah, in a so-called 24 hours, 7 days procedure. So that is here in short introduction about the FHM. That are the skills what we yeah, offer to you. Here is a different summary. Yeah, economic competences, personal and social skills, and also then at the end some practical oriented parts like study and practice. That's an overall term here on the right side, which covers different forms of internships and externships. For international students, we prefer externships. That means no single work phases for the students. That means you are not going alone as a student. You will never going lost in the practical phase. We are just accompanying you from the beginning as professors, and you are also working here together with friends or classmates. That is also a reason because the language barriers, what you will definitely have also after 1.5 or 2 years. We also here taking care that all the students are working in an English working environment. Yeah, that means English speaking working environment. Yeah, career service is still in progress, this procedure, also on the international campus. Yeah, and then let's see what we can do here for you. I have some additional details later. That's only a management slide. I think you know it. So the success rate, and now I'm coming to some details which are also linked to the headline, the invitation of this session here, perspectives with or after an MBA study at FHM University. This is a slide which covers a statistic from 2016, and here we measured that around about 96% of all graduates received after 3 months after leaving the university a job position from all the students which were interested to go into the job market. And sorry, phone ringing. And yeah, some here, nearly a quarter, 24% decided to go. That is here 2016. Yeah, linked to German language speakers. That means German graduates. And we have, unfortunately, or based also, not really unfortunately, we have also based on our yeah, young age at the international campus, not really in statistic, because we have graduated this year the first international students, and we have to start here to measure the statistics and the success rates. Also I cannot give you here a final result for how is the employment rate for foreign students or students from foreign countries after they have finished. But this one gives me here definitely the introduction for that slide. What is exactly here the trend in the job market? What is the job positions for, let me say, MBA courses, or then overall aspects of what's going on in the job market in Europe, especially in Germany. And I want to go out now into some live statistics from the statistical office of the German government. And I want to show you here live databases. Unfortunately, this database content is only available at the moment in German languages or in German, but I think the philosophy behind, and after translating here the headlines, you will see the main content and you will understand this. This one here is the current statistic about the unemployment rate from the last 12 months. That means November 19 to November 20. And as you can see, we are on a good way. Yeah, here in March, we had the, one of the lowest numbers, or a low rate of unemployment people or unemployed people. That's also the reason here after Christmas time, at the beginning of January, February, the construction area or construction fields, as measures building houses and so on, is here a seasonal up and down. It's normal, and in March it's meant dramatically down very fast. That's on an average level. But then you can see here we have in April, May, the so-called COVID-19 crisis, and then it rised a little bit up. So, but that's interesting. In September, October, November, after around about 6 months of a learning process in the German industry, in all branches, yeah, that means industry, service sector, financing sector, they found ways to handle this crisis. So that means the prosperity is here on a good phase, that we are going very well, go through this crisis of COVID-19, and also we will just leave this behind us at the beginning of next year, when we have the what is it in English, vacancies, vaccines. And I think the vaccinations becomes out on January and February for the whole mass population in Germany, and then we are on a good way compared with others. Let me look also in a statistic which shows you the different levels of ages. Yeah, some of you, or all of you, you have finished your bachelor's study. So that means you are one about 22, 23, maybe 24 years old. And let's add now 2 years more. With 26, 27, maybe you will finish here. You will finish the master's course. What is now here's the situation for the young generation? Yeah, how is the job opportunities for young people, which are represented also maybe here by your own? This one is the youth unemployment rate in all European member states. And as you can see here, Spain, that's obviously horrible, 40% unemployment, yeah, of people between 14 and 24 years. Yeah, I put it here into the statistics that is here. Into the chat room. That means 16 to 24 of years old. That is the frame. And let's go back. So that is Spain. And then, yeah, look at the end. Here is the average for the European Union. And then look at this one here. That is Germany. Also Germany is here positive, leading this unemployment statistic. That means we have here the smallest number of unemployed person, yeah, under the young generation ever, yeah, compared with our neighbors in Europe. That means we have a stabilized and also stable job market, yeah, for, I would say, the young generation, for graduates in their mid of their 20s, and also for the next upcoming categories of ages. Yeah, that's I think interesting. So that's what I want to show you. That is here, this Arbeitslosenquote. Maybe do I have some more? Let me look. Monatliche. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So here is in short statistic about the job opportunities in the different fields of yeah, let me say in the market fields, compared between in the light blue, it is the service sector. That means hotels, accommodation, like this one. Then we have in dark blue, it's the industrial field as a production area. And these in gray, that is agriculture. So, and then let's see, here is Germany. That is this one. Here where I have my mouse, that is this field. Can I just mark it? Let me see. No, I cannot mark it here really, but hopefully you can see where I have my mouse. Deutschland, Germany, it's here over there. So that means we have here one about 27% of an industrial sector, which is here representing the rule of the entire economy. That is on the average level, close to the European Union all over. And I think that's a huge and a strong capacity. And here, that's also what I want to underline again. Yeah, from this industrial sector, around about 94% of all these companies behind are representing small and medium-sized companies. Yeah, the backbone of our industry. So then let me go back here to the slides and the full screen modus. That hopefully gave you in short overview about the current existing situation on the job market. Also it is a really good perspective, and there's definitely light at the horizon, also for the next 12 months or later for the 24 months. So there are no really obstacles. This one here is a strong obstacle for the entire economy inside of Germany. Feel free to read this one here with attention. this slide, we have a demographic change, and this demographic change is dramatically. We have not so many, we are not producing so many babies. That's an issue. So we have a lot of single households, and that's a huge unsolvable issue at the moment. And as you can see, here's a number of working people between 20 and 65 will decrease dramatically, up to the year 2030. 2030, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly in 9 years. As in 9 years, we will lose a lot of jobs, which are just representing unfilled or empty capacities. And that's exactly the position what you can join, or you can jump into it, to fill this gap if you want to stay in Germany. And I think this situation, maybe just someone of you is smart and clever and say, what's about the German the competitors of the young generations from Italy, from Spain, or from Portugal? Maybe they will also join this job market. Yes, of course, they are doing that. So you will not stay here alone. The competition in this job market is very strong, very hard, and only the best will survive. So, and now is here the question: what can we offer to you, to win here a position, a good position in this, European internal competition about the interesting jobs in Germany? You have to study. You can study. You should study at the FHM. What does it mean? I want to give you here a short, let me say, an update or a short introduction about requirements and challenges. And I'm also going out of time a little bit. I have to speed up. So that is here in general comparison between an MBA and master. I will share the slides later with you. That's more an abstract discussion here with these paragraphs or with these parts of examples. We can say at the beginning, it is the MBA, what we are offering, General Technology Management. You should bring with you a technical interest. That's what I have marked here in this slide on top. Oops. So I have learned also, and I think it's also a requirement. Most of you have a bachelor's degree with a technical background. That's very good. And most of you want to change the focus into management. Very good idea, and we are prepared here to give you here the needs, or what you are looking for, we can offer. And a typical master's is more technical focused, and we are also here setting on top on this background more technical parts of the content of the study course. The other things are more or less the same, with different priorities, of course. And at the end, let's jump here to the end of this columns. We have the career prospects. It is for the MBA, you will become a generalist at the end. You can work in different management positions in many different fields. And that's what a master cannot be easily do so far. A master, of course, is a specialist. It's not a negative aspect, but also here positive. They can work in management position, but more in technical oriented fields, and also in research fields. So these are the difference, the main difference, explained in easy words. But here I will also add a little bit the focus, maybe. What are the management differences, what we teach? I have used here some different shapes of this in this diagram. I would say, here in green, These are the management skills. In the MBA, yeah, that's a generalized master that can be compared with other international masters from other universities in Great Britain, in United States, in Australia, in Singapore, elsewhere. And then we have here the technical focus, limited, but it does exist. And the management skills or the other skills, behaviors, your personality skills here in blue, yeah, it depends on you what you want to bring in. But in the master's course, and that's a special focus also what we are giving here, as you can see, a different shape of management content, and definitely also the personal skills will be developed on different ways. So generalized and specialized. So how to belong to the best? Yeah, that is here a requirement what we are asking you, and I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, also to negotiate these aspects with your own very carefully. Also maybe with friends or parents. It is necessary that you bring with you, if you join the FHM University at the International Campus in Berlin, curiosity, yeah, and diligence, and also claim. Claim means you have to set your focus by your own. We will support you, but the final decision must be made by you. Restlessness is necessary, and the focus. You have to say every morning, I will, I'm going to go, and so on. In the forms of the second part, yeah, difficult to pronounce, perseverance, yeah, and strong strength of willingness, yeah. So also a promise of performance. You have to promise that you will perform, and any kind of, yeah, let me say, and feeling of precision, yeah. Please remember what I mentioned before. It's the introduction, quality, quality, quality. That's the label for Germany. Yeah, and what you expect from German products, yeah, behind all these products and services, there are standing well-educated students and experts. Yeah, and here the universities and also the students, both parts, yeah, you have to find a balance. It is to deliver precision, highest quality ever. And then you can reach here the MBA title. Then you can start your career, and maybe that's on the right side. You can go forward in the industry, in the job market, or maybe you can set on top if you want a PhD study. So MBA and Technology, let's go into it. We have 1.5 year time to prepare you, to educate you. We have these different specializations: environment and energy, automotive and mobility, data science. I want to go through these parts in the last two minutes. General management, these are the main topics what you will learn: global management, corporate responsibility. Here you can also compete with others worldwide. That's, yeah, definitely a general content. International project and process management. Believe me, all of our lectures, what we have, me too, we have international working experiences. Some of them, or some of my colleagues, they worked on international levels, also abroad, outside of Germany. They lived several times also for years or decades outside of Germany in different countries. Therefore, we have here a strong experience what we can share with you, innovative and strategic leadership that helps you also maybe to start your own business at the end if you want to set up your own company. And also international cross-cultural management, which gives more management details compared maybe with my own course ITTM. Yeah, also here we are much more going into the deep to show some differences. Yeah, energy and environment. These are the fields. I'm also often asked, what are the job opportunities. What exactly is here based on these terms, what we have listed here on the right side, how we can describe, how we can just give a proper example, what is here the job content. Let me look into it. I have to go into the editor's modus just for a moment, gentlemen. I just move this one here a little bit bigger. That's a part, let's say, the energy networks of the future. Yeah, that is, where will the energy produced, how the energy can be transformed, transported to the end user. And a really funny aspect is what is here in the middle. How is this process of transfer and transport organized? And at the end, maybe you know exactly the farmer's farm, which is producing the green energy for you, yeah, in his own windmill. And that's interesting. So what we have here, let me put this one. Yeah, monitoring and controlling, data analysis, that is a part, and also data collection. Also look also for the development of Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, living sensors. That is here an interesting field to measure, to count, and also to deliver energy from the producer side to the different target groups, but more or less on a green level. Yeah, that's what we have here. Yeah, as the green comes out of the plug or at the wall. So what else? Automotive and mobility. Also here, that is the next generation. Yeah, in the future, how is mobility organized? How will mobility organized? Network structures, car-to-car communication, then also to deliver network structures or services which are linked to the passengers of cars, as a passenger-to-passenger communication between different mobility areas. Then connectivity between the different mobility services. That means train, car, automated car, UAVs, also unmanned automatic vehicles. Also that's an endless story, yeah, including fleet management. So we will leave here the two-dimensional area of mobility. We are going into the three-dimensional area. That means implementing drones, not only drones for delivering Amazon packages, yeah, also drones to deliver passengers, and that's the next big hype and the next big business. And also here, yeah, that is here older generations. Yeah, every one of us become hopefully old. That means what happens here with older generations, they are becoming more and more mobile. They will stay also for longer periods of their lifetime mobile. And that's absolutely fantastic and interesting how to run these different kinds of business. So data science is a special part. Everything starts with computers, with zeros and ones. Bits and bytes. We will teach you here in quantitative basics. Also here mathematics skills are required, and we will support here also, let me say, the nerds and the freaks within of you, among of you. That is here the big question. Let me look into it to bring it here on top. Where the data comes from, that is here the big question for the future. Network structures, network analysis, to find a proper way to combine data, yeah, also to go into the cloud, yeah, whatever the cloud is representing. Is it the internet cloud, what we know? Is it another cloud, what comes up in the next years or decades? It is here to pick out the bits and bytes of interest, to bring them together, to set a relationship, and also to learn and to interpret these relationships of data to bring it to sense making, or, and that's also interesting, to integrate these data in current processes. That's a short picture here from the digital patient files, which is nowadays more or less implemented in all countries worldwide, but not in Germany because of data protection requirements. It's coming up. And let's see here, data science, protection of data. We have also learned that some hackers try to stole the ingredients formula of the COVID-19 vaccine. That should be protected. Also hacking, to avoid hacking and use data on a proper civil way to increase the life value or the life balance of all citizens in our countrysides, so in our home countries. So that's what you will be receive from the university at the end. Let's say here, preparation, compact study in trimesters. That's interesting for all of you. We have here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth bullet point. We have a trimester structure. That's maybe a little bit different to that what you had before. And how is your student life? I haven't finished this diagram here, this part. To be a student in Germany, and that is also my last word, or my conclusion. To be a student in Germany, especially in Berlin, you have to compete against around about 250,000 international students in Berlin. So the overall number is in Berlin-Brandenburg, that is the German capital region. We have around about 400,000 students per year. You will be one of them at the future or in the future. And now is the question how you will organize your own life. Now let's say here, I gave you here a ranking from bad idea, not often, half and half, every day. Best option, I would say leisure. Maybe, not often. Recreation, half and half. Vacation, that's a bad idea. To discover Europe, yes, if you want to go to Europe, then it's allowed. Parties, bad idea. Festivals, also not a good idea. Instead of a festival, of an academic roundtable. Also, if you join academic roundtables, that's allowed, and you should do this very often. You should go very often into libraries. Spend your time in libraries. Also here I would set a mark on the right side. Best option. Shopping, also not a good idea, except you are going to bookshop to buy scientific books. And sports, gentlemen and ladies, sport activities, as long as these are non-critical and risky sports, sport fields. That are here some pictures from the international campus at the end. Let's see here, matriculation day, as a Chinese student, we have the Indian students, and also here for the survivors after the first trimester, we have organized here a summer party last year. Unfortunately, not this year because we had the COVID-19 crisis. That is my part here, my introduction. Please feel free to ask me questions. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I have oversized here my time. Stabilized my time. The floor is open for questions and comments. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to ask. Now we have here the Q&A session. So, So we have here the first question: which study approach makes FHM University advantage over other universities? I would say definitely the trimester structure. It's much more compromised, and also the small size of groups. Yeah, it's more familiar. As familiar means we are working like a family. Yeah, the professors knowing all the students by name, and we can also work on a more individual level or contact or relationship between the students. That's totally different to other students, universities, for instance, to the state universities where the course size is 400 and more. No? We have here 20, 25, perfect.
Thank you everyone who has attended this webinar. And if any further query you may have, you can please ping me personally. I will be always available to answer you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao.